I feel proud to be amongst you people, and my pranams to everyone who is trying to listen me. I only say one thing, don't expect much from me, because I know so little. And if you will expect less, you'll get more. If you expect more, you may get less. So today, continuing further, the importance of yamas and niyamas in our life, I tried to explain you what are yamas, why they are important in our life. Because if you really want world peace, if you want that everyone should grow into peaceful atmosphere, the practice of non-violence is a must. We can live only when hostility is not there. We can think peacefully, we can learn peacefully, we can act peacefully. That I have already explained, the importance of non-violence in the discipline of yoga, which they wanted everyone should adhere to it. So, see, what has happened is, in the modern time, people have forgotten completely the importance of non-violence. They become angry within a moment. They lose temper. They want to remove the hurdle, obstacle, whatever is coming in their way. And one of the way is to be violent. So, yoga believes in eternal peace within and without. We must live like a real human being, where violence has no place. After all, we come from the same source, and there is not two sources, there is only one source. Rest, we impose on ourselves. We become Hindu, become Muslim, become many other names are there, and we think we are separate. But no, we have not come with any name. We have not come with any label. This is all what is put after we are born. As you know, there is a name ceremony, and we start recognizing by that name, though we are not that what has been given. We must understand the fundamental reality, which Indian philosophy have said, we all are brothers and sisters. That is the only relationship which exists. We have to come up with that. So, ahimsa, satya, steya, brahmacharya, parigraha, these are some yamas. They are not dictate on us, but we have to adopt them with full understanding. They are only the directions. Now another part is, which is called niyamas, certain disciplinary code. And they are called niyamas. They are also 5. First, the yoga master says, first is try to be pure in yourself. Do not put something which is artificial. Do not impose something which is not you. It has a, say for example, a natural rose, and rose made up of plastic. Very good. As good as if it is natural. But remember, natural rose gives you a feeling when you touch it. When you hold it, it is capable of give some feeling in you. Plastic rose is missing that point. It is beautiful, but not real. It is something is superimposed on it in plastic rose. So they call it shaucha, natural. Nothing is put on it. So something which is clean, beautiful, but something is pure, natural. What you will prefer? Always we prefer what is natural and real. So, yoga says, don't create artificiality in your behavior. We meet each other. Okay, how are you? I'm very good. Where are you going? I'm going to hospital. So where are you good? Don't put artificiality on you. Be real as you are. Don't superimpose anything on you. When you are original, you are pure. You are natural. Nothing has been added in your personality artificially. So, yoga says, shaucha. The purity should be in your behavior. The purity should be in your personality. You should be as you are. Don't superimpose anything on you. So, first thing in our behavior which is needed is shaucha. Then, a very easy thing, very common to understand, santosh. See, they say, yoga says, whatever you do, you should be contented. Maybe you fail, maybe you don't succeed, doesn't matter. But be contented, try again. As it is said, try and try again, boy, you will succeed at last. Yoga says the same thing. That discontentment is a disease. Contentment is your positive health, positive approach in your life. And when you are contented, your behavior is different. When you are discontented, your behavior with others is different. So, santosh. First is shaucha, purity. Second is santosh, be calm. Don't get agitated without anything. And contentment automatically is a product of peace, and also it gives you peace. And third says, you should have habit to try with sincerity. Tapaha. Constant inner practice. Many people wrongly understand tapa. They will stand on one leg, do mantras, it is a torture. It is self-torture. No. Tapa means whatever you have learned, whether it is yamas, niyamas, mantras, havan, practices, other practices, you should do with your utmost sincerity, not with seriousness. Seriousness belongs to ego. Sincerity belongs to your inner self. And that they call tapaha. The Manu says, pranayam parantapaha. Nothing is so strong, so real, with full contentment. It is sincerely practicing whatever you have learned. So pranayam is parantapaha. It purifies your inner self. Also, it takes you to real growth in the field of spirituality. So third is tapa. Then swadhyaya. They say, whatever you are doing, you must have a sufficient knowledge about it, sufficient correct information about it. The concerned literature must be read, studied nicely and understood. Don't misunderstand. Try to understand correctly. As I said, it is said, neki kar kuhe mein dal. Do good and throw it in the well. The person understood it wrongly. A blind person, he helped him to cross the road and push him in the well. No. What they have said is, try to understand correctly, not merely worldly. Word may have another meaning. So, swadhyaya. Swadhyaya is try to go deep, understand the meaning very correctly. Whatever you are practicing, you should not practice with misunderstanding, but practice it with full understanding. So nicely read literature, whatever is available. Suppose you are talking about the Gita, then there are many sources. Apart from originality, the wise people, intellectuals have written commentary on that. Try to understand. And whatever suits you, understand it nicely, then tell to people. There should not be any misunderstanding. There should not be given any wrong meaning. So, swadhyaya, study the concerned literature which is there. And final is very important, Ishwar Pranidhan. Literally it means worshipping, surrendering to the ultimate reality which is known as God. Now remember one thing, Patanjali does not speak of the God as it is. He says in our life what is the most important. Try to understand, most important in our life is sound. Sound has given birth to the language. we have attached certain meanings to every word. Thus, the language came into existence. Our life today is based on, our whole behavior is based on the language we speak with others. We have given meaning to every word, and that every word becomes the basis for our behavior and understanding. And if language is not there, see how we will behave with each other, how we will understand each other. The whole world is based behaving with the help of languages. But languages have no self-existence. It is based on the sound. Think, can you pronounce P without closing the lips? No. Every letter, every alphabet is pronounced with the help of speech box. But in the base, it is the sound which is responsible for every alphabet. Suppose Sanskrit has 52. Every letter is pronounced by using the speech box, lips, tongue, teeth, gullet, whole speech box. And then we pronounce a letter. So behind every language, what is responsible is the sound. And that is why Patanjali has said, Tasya vachakah pranavaha. The God in itself, personality-wise, not important, but this language is very important. It is the synonym of God. Why? Because it gives us the behavioral aspect of our personality. Without it, we cannot behave much. Maybe you may develop some sign. Again, this becomes the medium which gives the understanding to other person. But sound is the proper form which is a tool of our behavior. All the 52 letters, they cannot be pronounced unless the sound is used. So the Patanjali says, if there is a God, tasya vachakah pranava, synonyms is sound. With the help of sound only, you can say God. So, that is one of the reasons why yamas and niyamas are important. They have become the basis for our total behavior. Whether we are behaving the other self or we are merely thinking. We are not talking. Even thinking requires the language, the sound. Thinking. So Patanjali says, yamas and niyamas, they are the most important when we want to practice anything in our life. Because the behavior is based on the language. And language is based on the sound. That is why he has said, tasya vachakah pranava. Tad japas tadartha bhavanam. When you want to even memorize, recite in the mind, Again and again, the feeling that particular word will create a emotional aspect of feeling in you. You abuse someone, will become angry. You say namaste to someone, become pleased. It has a very forceful power, every letter. And that is why Patanjali says it is the synonym of God. Tasya vachakah pranavaha. So these yamas, ahimsa, satya, asteya, brahmacharya, parigraha, and sauch, santosh, tapasvadhyaya, ishvara pranidhanani, kriya yoga. So these are very, very important for a sadhaka who want to enter into the deep in yogic practices. I'm sure you will understand it rightly, practice rightly, and result will be right. I wish you all the best, and my namaste to you all with folded hand.